Hola, ¿cómo están? How are y'all doing? We have done so much, and you are doing great work, and we're just going to keep on going. So just keep putting. I know some of this is overwhelming. I know sometimes you feel like it's a lot, and it is a lot. But keep putting the work. I'm seeing your work in MindTap. I'm seeing your text messages, and from that I can tell that you're making progress. I know you may not always feel like it, but you are. I can see it. Don't give up. Keep that going. So today we're going to talk about talking about people, right? And that is our assignment this week, right? You got to record a video describing people. So I can say yo soy bajo, right? And if you remember from our vocabulary, bajo means short. So yo soy bajo, I am short, right? I can also say tú eres inteligente. You are intelligent. Okay. So you notice we have the word for I, yo, tú is you. Right? Those are pronouns, right? We use them instead of people's names. And you know, I, you, he, she, we, y'all, they. We use these words all the time in English, right? How do we say that in Spanish? Yo, tú, él, ella. We have tú. We also have usted, two ways of saying you, right? We have nosotros, vosotros, ustedes, ellos, ellas, right? So these are words that we use. We call them subject pronouns. A pronoun takes the place of a noun. Usually these take the place of someone's name. And they go to show us who's doing the action in a sentence. And all these sentences are talking about what people are being, right? So yo is I. For you, it can be tú or usted. Or you could also be more than one person, right? Which would be vosotros or ustedes. So what's going on there? Here we're getting a place where Spanish is a little bit more complicated than English. Pay attention, it's not that complicated. It's not that hard. So we have formal and informal. Formal and informal has to do with who you're talking to, right? We change how we talk depending on who we're talking to. I would not walk into Dr. Hampton's office and say, yo, how's it going? It's not appropriate, right? When I walk into Dr. Hampton's office, I say, good afternoon, Dr. Hampton. How are you, sir? Or good afternoon, Mr. President. We use titles and we say, sir. We show our respect in English a lot of times by putting those extra words in there, right? Whereas if, as my best friend, I'm not going to say sir, right? If you're chilling in your dorm and your roommate gets home and says, good afternoon, sir. How are you? That sounds weird. They're making fun of you. What's sir? So we change our language depending on who we're talking to. And everybody does this. It's completely normal, and it's the right thing to do. We show respect or familiarity depending on how we talk. So Spanish, one way that we do that in Spanish is we have multiple words for you. We have tú, which is informal. That means it's someone I'm close to, I have a relaxed relationship with, we're close. And we have usted. Usted is formal, it's respectful. You'd use it with somebody who's a boss, someone who's an authority, someone who's older, your grandparents maybe. It's kind of like saying sir or ma'am in English, right? We have tú for informal and usted is formal, right? But those are also both singular. What do we do if there's more than one of you? Well, if you're in the south of the U.S., we say y'all. In other parts of the U.S. have other things to say. They say youans, yous, you guys. It's interesting. English officially doesn't have a plural you. But English speakers have found ways of making you plural. In Spanish, tú and usted both become plural. Tú becomes vosotros, and usted becomes ustedes. Now, if you look in your book and in the notes, vosotros is italicized or has an asterisk every time. Why is that? Well, turns out they only really use that in Spain. People in Spain say vosotros all the time. But in the rest of the countries that speak Spanish, people just don't use it. There, it's kind of old-fashioned. It'd be kind of like saying thee or thou in English today. It's kind of old-fashioned. We don't do it anymore. People in Spain do use it. And so I'm going to include it in the notes. I'm not going to test you on it, but it's going to be there in the exercises just so you're aware of it. So if you do go to Spain and someone says, ¿Cómo estáis?, you know that they're saying, how y'all doing? The rest of the Spanish-speaking world just uses ustedes when they're talking to a group of people, even if they are being informal. So we got our pronouns. We've talked about the difference between formal and informal with to. And if we think about our pronouns, and this will be kind of a flashback to ELA, we can break them. We've got a set that's singular and a set that's plural. And if you look in the book and in your Mind Tap lesson, it's going to have them in a chart. We've got our singular ones and our plural ones. And then they're kind of in rows, right? Well, the first row is first person. First person is the person doing the action, right? I or we. Then second person is the person we're talking to, right? Second person is you, the person we're talking to. You or y'all. And then third person is the person we're talking about, right? They, he, she. And so it's going to be in those three rows, right? Now pay attention, because if you remember that, how that's laid out, it's going to come in useful. Okay, so we always say I, you, yo, tú, usted, él, ella, nosotros, vosotros, ustedes, ellos, ellas, right? Note that some of these will change for gender, the ones that end in él and ella, he and she, right? But then ellos becomes ellas, right? So they can be they guys or they girls. Nosotros can also become nosotras, right? So when do we use that plural feminine one? When all the people in the group are feminine, we'll use the plural feminine. If it's a mixed group, we'll use the masculine plural. Okay, so far so good. If you need to pause this and rewatch it, that's fine. I will never get tired of you watching this video. If we were in a live class, I would ask for questions. But as it is, you can just watch this video as many times as you need. And if you are confused, go ahead and text me. Shoot me an email. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, I promise. A lot of you have already been really good about that. But again, don't be shy. Shoot me that text message if you have a question. I want to help you understand. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, we say I. Talk about what kind of person I am. I short. Can we just say I short? No, that's not right in English, is it? We need another word, right? We use a word, a to be word, to show that I am what I am, right? So we'd say I am short, right? Because I am short. Am is the form of to be that we use for I. Can we say you am short? No, that doesn't work in English, does it? That doesn't, just doesn't sound right. We can't say you am. I am, you are, right? Can we say he am or he are? No, it's he is, right? So that word changes, right, depending on who the person is who is being something, right? It's the verb to be. It's I am, you are, he is, we are, y'all are, they are, right? So it kind of mixes up in English depending on who does it. Spanish does the same thing, right? So it's yo soy, tú eres, and then usted, él, and ella all get to share es. Nosotros somos, vosotros sois, that's the one they only use in Spain. And then ellos, ellas, and ustedes will all use son, right? So you got soy, eres, es, somos, sois, and son. Right? Those are the words we can use to talk about what kind of people, what kind of person people are, right? We can use those with all those words on page 18. You're going to be using those on your video on Friday to talk about people. That's what I want to see you do, right? So I can say yo soy bajo. I am short. Tú eres inteligente. You are smart, right? Well, I'm talking to just one student right now. But really, if I think about it, it's not just one of my students who's smart. So I shouldn't say two. I'm not talking just one. It's not singular. It's plural. It's ustedes, y'all, right? Ustedes son inteligentes, right? Notice how the words all agree with each other, right? Pay attention to that. I want to watch for you doing that in your video that you're going to send in this week. Again, if you get it to me by Wednesday, it gives me a chance to give you feedback so you can fix it and get the full score. So work on that. Go and do your mind tab activities. That'll give you a lot of practice and help you be comfortable with this so that when you're ready to record the video, you're good to go. All right, so this wraps up. We've talked about our pronouns, which is yo, tú, usted, él, ella, nosotros, vosotros, ustedes, ellos, and ellas, right? Those are our pronouns. We use those instead of someone's name. And then we have the verb to be, or ser, becomes yo soy, tú eres, él o ella es, usted es, nosotros somos, vosotros sois, ellas son, ustedes son, right? Okay. Again, any questions, I'll be watching my phone. Have a blessed day.